Newcastle United, the gift that just keep giving. Hello, guys. Welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam, and we are going to talk about what we are witnessing. Alexander Isak setting history, Bruno Guimaraes showing why he is the MVP for Newcastle, and so forth and so on. We have so much to cover as we witness one of the best games. We will cover other games that they played well as well in the same time, but I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think of the game? Who was your man of the match, and what are you expecting? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. I'm out. Not really out exactly. I'm just starting this video. So click the like button, subscribe to Connect, and let's go. So Burnley were welcoming Newcastle at their home ground. Newcastle have been on an all-time high after a long period of time. Of course, some players who were injured are now coming back from injuries. Today we got to witness I think Rube Amrin, and I think the other player we managed to see coming back from an injury, which I need to cross-check, was also Joelinton coming back from an injury, which I think is really going to be very, very important in the long run in terms of where they're going. There's a lot of things that has been happening with Newcastle, and now it seems like they're now starting to work on their team to try to create something special and try by all means to come and fight to the very end. And I have to tell you, Isak for me could be the man that takes them there. Isak for me, alongside the likes of Callum Wilson, alongside of people like Bruno Guimaraes, these are the people that I feel like are the hardcore that makes up Newcastle at the moment. Of course, Tonali will come. Let's hope after the charges and the bans are over, we can come and see what Tonali will be able to offer in this game, in this team especially. But one thing I can tell you, fighting to the very end, making sure that you show up in the game. That's one thing that I've been seeing from Newcastle, and they've been consistent about it. They're fighting to the very end. They want to win the games, and they're putting everything on the line. They want to be in the European competition, and the one thing that makes it even exciting, what this game just did, just put back Newcastle into the European competition. But what we have to wait and see is to see what Manchester United do in the game tomorrow, which they are playing against. Let me just check for you as we're in Crystal Palace on Monday. That could be the game that tells us exactly how far what's going to happen in this game. But the fact that I'm watching Newcastle beat teams, they beat Tottenham Hotspur by 4-0. They just beat Burnley by 4-1 in a game that I felt like should have been 6 or 8. They were fighting Callum Wilson after scoring a goal, very important. Sean Longstaff scoring a goal gives confidence, and it allows them to keep doing. And as well, Anthony Gordon assisting Bruno Guimaraes, scoring a goal in the 40th minute. Then Jacob Murphy also assisting Alexander Isak for the second assisting goal, but also Alexander Isak scoring his number 20th goal of the season. The first player to do so since Ian Wright left Newcastle. So that tells you how much of a game changer this man is. By the way, I have to remind you, even missed the penalty. This could have been even a way worse game than the way it actually ended. The goalkeeper of Burnley was their savior. They might have lost the game, but their goalkeeper was their savior. They had to defend most of the time, and I felt like really Newcastle challenged them to the very best, and they kept on demanding more and demanding more from this team, and it was amazing to watch. But also, that doesn't only mean that was the only thing we were looking at. We were also looking at what was going to happen in terms of the Europa League positions. And right now I can tell you, in terms of the fixtures, Newcastle are number 6 in the Premier League, which means that if they are number 6, they could qualify for Europa Conference League at the moment. Yes, it's Europa Conference League if I'm not mistaken, or maybe Europa, I don't know, is it Conference League or Europa League? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But that's what it seems like at the moment. But of course, it has to be Europa League, because it will be that one and this one. maybe United could qualify if they win the FA Cup against Manchester United. But the thing is that United still have a game in hand, which they need to play against Crystal Palace on Monday. If they don't win that game, then it means Newcastle goes on top of them. But that's not the only thing that it means. It means if Chelsea plays their game, which will be played, I need to cross-check that as well, which will be played not this week, or which will be played tomorrow against West Ham. If they beat West Ham, automatically they go on top of Manchester United by 1 point. So it's exciting to see how United looks like they're in trouble, especially if you want to be in those European competition, you want to be fighting to the very end. It's looking slightly different than what most people expected, and that's what we love, the chaos that comes out from this sport, the chaos that is brought on into this. It's always amazing to watch. But I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. What are you expecting from these teams, and where do you see this team going, which we call Newcastle? Because they walloped Burnley and it should have been more. That's the only thing I can say. As well as Fulham played against Brentford in a game which finished the 0-0, so it means that there's nothing to talk about in terms of that. Nottingham Forest might have just survived the relegation, and Callum Hudson-Odoi could be the player that has helped this team to actually stay in the Premier League this season. After scoring twice in the game, with the first goal to bring the team back into the game, as well as creating some distance between Sheffield United and them. Then the last goal, which was scored. It's amazing to see what we are seeing from this Nottingham Forest team, because it felt like at some point things were never going to go into the right direction, but it seems like they're fighting to the very end, and they're trying by all means to find themselves in those positions which allows them to keep going forward. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. How far do you see this team going? Because as we speak right now, Luton are behind them, but they are behind them on 26 points. Now Nottingham Forest are now on 29 points. So when you think about where they are right now, and when you try to look at the games that they are going to have to play before the season comes to an end, it's Chelsea and it's Burnley. And all of us, we do believe they could beat Burnley. The Chelsea game is the one that is a little bit suspicious, but we will see over that one. Let's go to Luton, who, by the way, played against Everton yesterday, and they drew 1-1 in a game that, for me, I feel like it was a must-win for Luton Town, and that could be what costed them. Their last two games, they're playing West Ham, and they'll play Fulham. So I think it's really down, to be honest. Burnley also could also have a chance on this relegation zone, as I feel like it feels like it's over, but it could not actually be over as well, because Burnley are 24. If they win their next game, they go to come up to 27 points, and they go meet up with Nottingham Forest. If they beat Nottingham Forest, they got 30. They could survive. So it's going to be interesting finishing to the league. Of course, we know Sheffield United are already relegated and they're out. Their last two games for Burnley, to see if they can do that, it's Tottenham Hotspur. It's over. Then the last one is Nottingham Forest. So I don't see it for them. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think of this? This was the goal rush we witnessed today, and it gave us some of the best performance from the players who people thought they were finished. They fought to the very end, and it was amazing to watch. So do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. See me on the other side. Let me know what you thought of this game and what you're expecting in the last two games of the Premier League that are now left. I'll be your host, Sam. I'll be back again with another one. Man City will be playing. Click the like button, subscribe to the Connect, and see me on the other side. Peace. Subscribe.